Hello there. We're going to do a virtual class tour because while I know you can't be here right now, I think you should still get a little sneak preview of what humanities will be like, or writing lab, or advisory, depending on what you have me for. So my name is Miss Jays. I am located in B14 at Baldwin Road Junior High. It's a pleasure to have you here. Now, I'm going to stay in this little box, and the pictures should be over here. Now, I did do pictures so that I can talk while I show you, and it wouldn't be so shaky. So first, we have the left side of our board. It's pretty easy, pretty simple, not too shabby, I will say, because I added twinkly lights. But we have my name, we have the college I went to, which is California University of Pennsylvania, in a little pennant, and we have a place to put your phones. Now, I'm relatively strict on phone usage in class unless it is an emergency in which I have been notified ahead of time. So, your phone should go in the cubby or in your locker. If I see it, I might give you one warning, or depending on how frequently I see you on your phone, I might take it for that class period. The best case scenario and the best choice, I would say, is you start the class by putting it away so it's out of your pocket, out of your mind, and it's there and you know it's safe. Now you're going to notice I have my fake Google Classroom on the screen. It does have clickable buttons, so if you want to play around with it on our website, it's always a fun opportunity. Going to the other side of the board, we have my 3 rules on the top. It's respect, raise, and follow. Respect yourself, respect the class, and respect others. Raise your hand, raise your expectations, and raise your confidence. And then follow procedures, follow directions, and follow rules. In the main section of this board is where I'll post the groups if we're doing group work for that day, or your rotation group when we do rotations. Your options are the moon group I should say, comet group, astronaut group, sun group, or star group. Above that is my do not forget. That's maybe if we have something coming up that I want you to remember. Maybe a quiz, or maybe we have an assembly coming up, or a deadline, an incentive, who knows? And then the essential question will be posted on the top right corner of my board. The very bottom, you'll notice I do keep the date pretty frequently updated. Right now, that's not the date that this was posted. I'm a little bit slacking on posting, I will admit. The very bottom of this picture, that is where my recycling bin goes, because I do recycle as a class. We try to do our part, because why not? Moving along, you'll see my door. It's a pretty ordinary, I don't have a lot going on. We have the clock at the top, and we have my escape plan off to the side. We will be running drills so we know where we're supposed to go, and you'll always know where to find me. That being said, if you are absent today, my door is also the place for you, because there is a folder system that is magnetized to my door. There are 5 different folders, one for Monday work, Tuesday work, Wednesday work, Thursday work, and Friday work. So if you were to miss the Monday of this week we are on, all the handouts we did will be located in that folder. It should make it a little bit easier for you to find things. On that same wall, we have my cabinets. Now, there's not a lot you guys need to really have or know from my cabinets. The only one you guys are allowed in is the farthest top one, because that's going to hold my board games or my card games in case we have an indoor recess. Maybe we've won a class reward, something along those lines. The other ones are more storage for me, like I have my plastic storage bins, I have paper that I use, and I have any machines that I need, such as paper cutters and along those lines. Bottom of my cabinets are mostly just my class set of books. It's not really anything you guys need. My countertop is pretty clean. I do have turn-in bins, but most of what you're going to turn in will be taken online. So for right now, you're pretty good. Following along that wall, the last piece is my chair station. Now, you will notice on the ground that there are colored boxes. You may also notice that some of the chair legs have little strips of duct tape that match that box. That's a quick and easy way for us to be able to put back our chairs very nicely and clean, but not too complicated. You also see I do have some stools, but because of how prone and how often my students are to leaning back and then bending the legs, I usually prefer you to use the regular chair. We do have a cartoon Miss J's with a cartoon Winston, and she is my time-traveling Miss J's, where you'll notice on the other side of the world map are the 4 civilizations we're going to be studying this year: Mesopotamia, Indus Valley, Egypt, and China. So those are Miss J's back in time. On my back wall, I did paint a galaxy, because if you haven't noticed, a lot of this is space themed. So we have my main bulletin board. On it is all the protagonists or main characters of the books we might be reading this year. Now, some of them are whole class novels, like Count Me In or Mercy Suarez. Others are more individualized, where you get to pick from 4 different book choices. We also have the letters on top of that back wall. This is where we will put any vocab words or content specific words that we learn. So there's a quick and easy way for us to find them. Then we have my pride and joy, my library. You will notice the books are one of 3 colors, or I should say the book bins are one of 3 colors. We have purple, blue, and green. Now, our green are going to be our genres, so our fantasy, our sci-fi, our realistic fiction. Those are what the green books are. However, our purple and blue crates are going to be separated by author. For example, I have a J.K. Rowling section. I have a Louis Sakar section. I have different authors that are in different crates. Now, all the books will have a spotted color on the spine, and on all of the labels of my bins, there should be a matching color. So it's progressively, you should figure out where a book goes. Now, on the far side, I do have a purple bin on my ledge. It is right there, if you can see past my little blue light. Those are my comic books. Now, I do not have all of them because these are my personal collections and I am not cool enough nor am I rich enough to own every comic. Below them is a little trolley that is going to hold my non-fictions. They are mostly based on the content we are learning, so if you maybe get really interested in something, you can pick it up. And then on the bottom shelf, we'll have my dictionaries, in case there's a word you just don't know. Penultimately, or right before the last one, we have the student workstation. This is where you're going to find a lot of your classroom supplies. They are labeled, so it should be easy to find, but I do have colored pencils, highlighters, headphones, dry erase boards, glue sticks, scissors, dry erase markers, and then regular markers. There is also a little cool down pack, which will be located on the bottom of the trolley in case you need to take a break. That's okay. I have a little rocking chair. You can take like a 5-minute break and come back. Last but not least is the Miss J's zone. This is one of the main areas where I keep a lot of my personal stuff, so I would prefer you not to be here. For example, I hold a lot of my cleaning supplies in the cabinet, so unless I ask you for a broom, you shouldn't be going through my cabinets. I have cubby systems, which are a lot of my disinfecting wipes, a lot of my school supplies you give me, like tissues. It's a lot of my plastic bags, stuff like that, so that I can easily get them if you need them. On top, we do have the desktop, which, unless I instruct you with that job, I prefer you stay away from. And the student is able to answer my phone if I allow them, but for the most part, the phone that is located on top of the cubbies is mostly off limits. Now, in the bookshelf, these are my personal books and my lesson plans on the top 3 shelves. The bottom one is the only exceptions to the don't touch rule, in which they are a class set of clipboards. Now, if you need a little bit more information about my class, it'll be a surprise when you come and visit, or you can shoot me a question either through the Google form that is on the webpage, or it's also posted in your Google Classroom. So I will see you when I see you, which is hopefully sooner rather than later. I hope everyone is keeping healthy and happy. Have a great day.